Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good evening and welcome to Fade to Black Cinema. I'm Michael, your Bougie Black Brother. And today we're doing another one of our Asian movie reviews. And I'm talking about a really, exciting, explosive movie called The Night Comes for Us. And this was something that I was on the internet, and they was like, if you want to see a smash, grab, violent, blood splurting, fight scene oriented movie right now, don't go to the movies, turn on Netflix. And this one came up on my radar, and I thought it was one of the Korean ones or the Japanese, but this one comes from Indonesia. And it's a really, really exciting, it's very over the top violent though, so be prepared for that. But the premise of the movie is it follows a former Triad enforcer or assassin, and his mission is to protect a little girl while trying to escape from his former gang after his mysterious disappearance set off a violent battle on the streets of Jakarta. So what really happened is, and that's the summary, was he was on a mission with his guys, and they was on the beach killing these people. But then there was a little girl that was left. And as he shot everybody, he saw the one little girl, and his partners, his so-called partners, was ready to kill a little girl. And then in his mind, he was like, whoa, this is just wrong. This is like really, really wrong. So when he did that, he turned around and shot his people. Then he turned around and he thought everyone was dead, but there was one guy that was left, and he was like, what the hell are you doing? Pow! And he shot him, and he shot him back. And then he escaped, and they didn't know where he went. But they knew they could find him because when he was back in the city, he either went with his girlfriend or one of his old partners. So he tried to hide out, with all these gunshot wounds, and he tried to hide out while bringing the little girl with him. So he was actually protecting the little girl, which was like really, really weird because, he was an assassin for the Triad, And he was like, this is just wrong. But all of a sudden he actually just had a good heart. So once again, this is one of those, I was an assassin, but I want to not be an assassin anymore. So I protect the innocent, and he fights through the Triad. And what happens is he's trying to get out of the country or help the girl get out of the country. And he solicits his friends to help him and is like, look, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this no more. I need for y'all to help me through this. And as he does this, he's fighting different sets of the Triad enforcers. One group comes in and they're using knives and axes and different things. Then he has the Triad boss has some specialists. So these female specialists is like really, really good. And then one of his good friends who becomes like a businessman but used to be part of the Triad, but he's more of a businessman now than an enforcer, actually assassin. And you're probably seeing him on the raid. So I thought he was going to be the main character when I saw that. But if y'all haven't seen the raid, that was another strictly fight scene movie that goes from floor to floor of trying to escape out of there and trying to save people. But the fight scenes are so realistic and so stylized that it was like really, really exciting. So this one was like this, but this was like a little more bloodier. It was almost like a gore film, like a horror gore, and the monster did this or the creature But this one was strictly violent and just going from there. And most of it, no guns, just knives and axes and anything that they could put their hands on. This was made this like really, really exciting. It was such a way that they did it that it kept your eyes focused, but it also kind of like, you kind of close your eyes but open up like, yo, what the hell just happened? Or I don't want to miss something coming after this. And it was like really, really, really exciting. So this is one of them that, it doesn't take much to kind of explain. It was, I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to save a little girl that I saved that I shouldn't have saved because I was an assassin. And now I'm going against the people who actually paid me. And he's going against that. And within the city fights the different sets of Triad people who actually is coming after him. But in a nutshell, this movie was so exciting. And, they call it an action, adventure, mystery, and suspense. Ain't no mystery about this. It's straight up. You just find some different characters like, oh, this was about. There ain't no real mystery. It's all about the action. It's all about the fight scenes. It's all about who's doing what or how well they're going to do this or will he be able to get out of this. Then there's another woman that's there that she's an assassin that winds up helping him. So it's just so much different things that's going on within that you just don't know what's going on. But it's exciting to the point if you just want to see straight action, straight fight scenes, and a little of the gore, people's heads cut off, legs and limbs, and guts spilling out. Because it's a non-stop gore fest. So be prepared for that. I liked it because sometimes that's all you want to see. And some of it, the fight scenes it was just so well done. It wasn't as crisp like some movies who want to show that the character is a professional fighter. This guy is just a brute, but he can fight. And he can fight with anything you put his hands on, and it goes from there. And then there's other characters in there that's the same way. But really, really exciting movie. If you sit there and say, yeah, let me see the storyline and see what develops, this is not that movie. So don't even try to do that one. This is not one of the movies that you want to see. This is one of them if you get your brain right and just go, I want to see something just exciting in that point. But that was the name of The Night Comes For Us. So I wanted to see it again because the director's supposed to be doing something different soon. And he's good at these fight scenes. And he did the movie Killers too. I like that one. That one was like really cool. That was back in 2015. He did VHS 2. I saw VHS 1, but I didn't see VHS 2. But I did see Killers, and he's supposed to be working on something called May the Devil Take You. So he's got some good stuff coming out. He's the director, but The Night Comes For Us he did the screenwriting and directing for that. But pretty exciting movie. So if you want to see exciting, you don't want to go to the movies, this is something well worth it compared to what's out. If that's what you want to see, hit a Netflix on that and go from there. Anywho, Michael, your bougie black brother on Fade to Black Cinema every Wednesday, and these Asian movies is going to be every Thursday. You're going to be seeing these either once a week or once every other week. So I'm going to spread those out on top of the other movies that comes on Wednesday. So if you want to see these or hear the review on these, go to Fade to Black Cinema. Fade to Black Cinema on all podcast downloads on YouTube, Bougie Black Brother Network, and you get it under Fade to Black Cinema or Urban Lifestyle Cafe. And go to bougieblackbrother.com and you'll see Fade to Black Cinema, and you can see all the actual movies that were reviewed. So that's our review for this week. We're probably looking at another Korean movie for next week. I'm looking for one that I really wanted to see that was actually hung up for a little while, and then I finally got a chance to see it. It's called Accident. So really interesting one too. When I see that, I'll be doing the review on that. So anywho, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on Fade to Black Cinema. Later.